Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. My co-host Mr. Brody is here for game number 123 of the 1978 Boston Red Sox season using Strat-o-matic baseball. The Red Sox are currently in a series with the Oakland Athletics. This is game 3 of the series. The Red Sox had the first 2 games of the series well in hand. Well, they were leading in both the games late and ended up losing in the late innings to the Oakland Athletics. So Red Sox are looking to get some revenge today and salvage game 3 of the series here and not fall any further behind. After the game, we'll check the standings and see where they sit. So today it's going to be Dennis Eckersley for the Red Sox going up against Matt Keogh for the Oakland Athletics. And without further ado, Mr. Brody's in his co-host seat here, and let's play ball.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
All right, let's play ball. So on the mound for the Oakland Athletics is going to be Matt Keogh. He's currently 9-14 on the season, was 8-15 in the actual season, so pretty close to those numbers with a 3.52 earned run average, 174 innings pitched, 167 hits allowed, 76 walks, and 102 strikeouts. And he's surrendered 11 homers. So the Red Sox lineup against Keogh is going to be Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Jerry Remy, the second baseman. Batting third is the left fielder Jim Rice. Behind the plate, batting cleanup is Carlton Fisk. The DH today is Jack Brohammer, batting fifth. Gary Hancock, who's had a good couple of games, filling in for Fred Lynn in center field, will start at center field. Dwight Evans, the right fielder, hits seventh. George Scott is the first baseman, hits eighth, and on the third baseman, Butch Hobson, will hit ninth. So that's the lineup against Keogh. The outfield behind Keogh is going to be Page, Wallace, and Alston. Page and Alston below average range. Wallace average range in center. All somewhat error prone in the outfield, with Wallace having the best arm in center, slightly above average, and Page below average, and Del Alston in right slightly below average. In the infield, it's Duncan, Piccolo, Edwards, and Revering. As Miss Maggs has joined us in here. Duncan and Revering on the corners are below average range. Piccolo and Edwards average range up the middle. All pretty high error rates, except for Revering at first. He's slightly above average. Slightly below average. Behind the plate, Robinson is below average range, average arm, and somewhat error prone. Keogh on the hill is above average range. Does not hold runners well, and will commit errors fairly frequently, but not that often. So Keogh looks in for the sign from Robinson. Burleson steps in with a .274 average with a homer and 37 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be off Burleson's 3 column. And it'll be a line out to Revering for out number 1. So that's how we'll begin here in Oakland. on an average day. Jerry Remy up now. He comes in hitting .296 with 2 homers and 35 runs batted in. It'll be off the 5 column of Keogh. And strike 3 at the knees. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox. Brings up Jim Rice. Jim Rice comes in hitting .306. His average has dipped a bit lately. Has not had a good series, striking out, I believe, in back-to-back games, each with 3 strikeouts. So I hope to correct that today. 35 homers and 102 runs batted in. So here's the pitch by Keogh. It's going to be off the 5 column. And Rice gets himself a base hit to left. So good start for Jim Rice and the Red Sox. So 2 down and a runner on first. Revering will hold him on. That'll bring up Carlton Fisk. Fisk comes in hitting .305 with 16 homers and 69 runs batted in. He has seen some time in left field lately. As in last game, I believe, which is kind of a surprise. And it's going to be off his 2 column. And that'll be a line out to Duncan. And that'll end the inning. So after 1/2, it's Boston nothing and Oakland coming up. Dennis Eckersley on the hill. He's 16-7. He's having a good season with a 2.83 earned run average. He's first on the team in wins with those 16, followed by Torres, who pitched in the first game of the series and was going for his 15th but did not get it. He's pitched 197 innings with 175 hits allowed. So a good ratio there. 51 walks and 103 strikeouts, and has surrendered 18 home runs. So his home run rate has gone down quite a bit. Although he still has quite a few more innings left till he reaches that. So hopefully he'll maintain that good ratio there. So for the Oakland Athletics, it's going to be Mike Edwards, the second baseman, will bat first, followed by Del Austin, the right fielder. Mitchell Page, the left fielder, will hit third. Rico Cardi is the DH hitting cleanup. Batting 5th is Duncan, the shortstop. Batting 6th is Dave Revering, the first baseman. The center fielder, I'm not sure if it's Jim or Joe. Joe Wallace will hit 7th. Bruce Robinson, behind the plate, hits 8th. He made his Major League debut in this series. And Rob Piccolo is the shortstop hitting 9th. So the defense behind Eckersley is going to be Rice in left, Hancock in center, Evans in right. Evans with extremely good range in right. Rice and Hancock average range in left and center. Evans with a cannon for an arm in right. Hancock with slightly above average arm. Rice with the average arm in right and left. Hobson, Burleson, Remy, and Scott in the infield. Hobson is an error machine and has below average range. Burleson, excellent range. Will commit a few errors here and there. Same thing with Remy, commit a few errors here and there with above average range. And Scott with above average range and an error rating of 15. Behind the plate is Carlton Fisk. Excellent range, above average arm, and very low error rating. Corners of Hobson and Scott are playing in against Edwards. Actually looks in for the sign from Fisk. Nods his head. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be off Eckersley's 5 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. Rice is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. It brings up Del Austin, the right fielder. Austin comes in hitting .213 with a homer and 8 runs batted. And it's off his 2 column. And that's a line out to short. Burleson's right there and makes the catch for out number 2. So that'll bring up Mitchell Page, the left fielder, hitting .299 on the season with 15 homers and 64 runs batted. He has homered in this series. So it's going to be off his 2 column. And that's a ground ball to Hobson. Plays it on a bounce over to Scott. And 1-2-3 goes Oakland in the first. So after 1 full, no score. So it'll be Brohammer, Hancock, and Evans if anybody gets on Scott for the Red Sox here in the Top of the second. Brohammer comes in hitting .242 with 16 runs batted in. Here's the pitch by Keogh. It's going to be off his 4 column. And that's a fly ball to center. Wallace calls for it. Comes in fast and dives and makes the catch. So he misjudged that one a little bit there, but he makes a nice catch. So let's check out some scores. Chicago and Cleveland are scoreless. Detroit and Milwaukee are tied at 1. Keep an eye on that one, as Milwaukee is currently in 2nd place. Young and Caldwell currently dueling. Baltimore edging California 1-0. Texas on top of Kansas City 2-0. Sundberg has hit his 7th home run for Texas. Toronto and Minnesota are scoreless. And the Yankees, who are in 1st place, are in front of Seattle 4-1. Johnson has hit his 5th home run for New York. And right here, we're scoreless. So Gary Hancock up now has his average up to .342 now. Only hit .225 on the season with 4 runs batted in. A couple of doubles. So it's going to be off the 6th column. That's going to be a range check on Robinson. He's a 4 range. And looks like he pops it up. And he grabs it in foul territory for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox in the second. That'll be up to Dwight Evans. Evans comes in hitting .248 with 19 homers and 67 runs. Ben already has eclipsed his RBI total for the season by 4. And he'll get a good one to hit here. And he gets a hold of this one deep to left field. Page goes back against the wall and makes the catch on the warning track. So Evans gave that one a ride, but didn't have quite enough into it, as it looks like the wind blew that one back. So that'll do it for the Red Sox in the top of the second. So after 1.5, still no score. Cardi, Duncan, and Revering up for the Athletics here in the home half of the second. Cardi comes in hitting .305 with 32 homers and 92 runs batted in. Already has eclipsed his home run total. Did that in this series against the Red Sox. Eckersley looking in for the sign from Fisk. Kicks and delivers. It's going to be off the 6th column. And that'll be a range check on Remy. 2 range. He'll get in front of it. And makes the play over to Scott for out number 1. So it brings up Taylor Duncan. Duncan comes in hitting .261 with 3 homers and 17 runs batted in. Already has more home runs than he did on the actual season with 3. Only had 2 in the actual season. I believe he did. I want to say he homered in this series, but may be wrong on that one. I thought he might have played second base in this series. Can he play second base? Yeah, we'll find out later. So Burleson makes the catch for out number 2. Yeah, I think I want to say he played second. I think he played second earlier and did homer in this series. Actually, we can check right away. Let's check. No, I guess he didn't. I thought he did. Must have been somebody else I was thinking of. All right, Dave Revering up now. Comes in hitting .232. .271 hitter on the actual season with 12 homers and 43 runs batted in. Bases empty and 2 down. Here's the pitch by Eckersley. And that's going to be a base hit to right. So a 2-out single for Revering for Oakland's first hit of the day. Brings up Joe Wallace, the center fielder. First time we've seen him in the series. Comes in hitting .248 with 5 homers and 26 runs batted in. Already has the same number of RBIs as he had for the whole season. It's still approximately 73 at-bats to go. And he's going to get a good one to hit here. And he's going to give this one a ride. And that'll be his 6th home run, tying his total for the season. And that puts the Athletics out on top 2-0. So maybe that's a good thing for the Red Sox, as in the first 2 games they've had leads which they could not hold. So that brings up the rookie Bruce Robinson. Excuse me, 1 for 3 in the series. Those are his first 3 bats of his Major League career on Friday night against Torres, which is 2 days ago on the 18th of August. And it's going to be off of his 3 column. He'll pop that one out to short. Burleson calls for it and makes the catch. So that'll do it for the Athletics in the second, but they score 2 on a 2-run homer by Joe Wallace. So the boomer George Scott will lead it off for the Red Sox. He's hitting .245 with 11 homers and 38 runs batted in. 1 more home run and he'll tie his homer total for the season. And that's a ground ball to third. Duncan takes it on the second hop, fires to first, and Scott is out by a couple of steps. So that brings up Butch Hobson, third baseman, hitting .271 on the season with 11 homers and 47 runs batted in. And that's going to be off the 4 column. That's a ground ball to second. Range check on Edwards. He's a 3 range. He'll get in front of it. And he'll fire over to Revering for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox in the third. Brings up top of the order Burleson. He lined out his first time up. It's going to be off the 6th column. And it's going to be a range check on Piccolo, the shortstop. He's a 3 range. Gets in front of it. And we'll make the play over to first to end the inning. So after 2.5, Oakland 2 and Boston nothing. So Piccolo will lead it off for the A's here in the bottom of the third. Comes in hitting .284 in the season with 2 homers and 8 runs batted in. Off the 4 column of Eckersley. And that's a ground ball to Remy. Cuts it off, spins, throws, and beats Piccolo by a step. So 1 down in the Oakland third. Brings up Mike Edwards. Flew out his first time up. Here's the pitch by Eckersley. And that's a fly ball to left, so he'll fly out once again to left field. And Rice will make the catch for out number 2. So Dell sent up now. The base is empty. And he'll fly out to Evans. And that'll end the inning. So it remains 2-0 after 3 full. Jerry Remy, a strikeout victim of Keogh's, his first time up. And it's a ground ball to his counterpart, Edwards. Range check. He'll get in front of it. Plants. Throws the first and beats him by a step. So 1 down for Jim Rice. Singled his first time up. And this time he'll get under 1 and fly out to Page and left for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox here in the top of the 4th. Brings up Carlton Fisk. He lined out his first time up. And that's going to be a range check on Alston. So a 1-11 will be a base hit. Can he do it? And that'll get down. It's going to be at least 2. Oh, if that E2 would have taken effect, that would have been an inside the park. Well, not really an inside the park, but would have been he would have scored as a double and a 2-base error would have scored Fisk. But he does get the double. So Fisk is on with a 2-out double. as Alston pulls that one out of the corner. So Broham with a chance to put the Red Sox on the board. He flew out his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball to Edwards, and that'll do it. So the Red Sox can now take advantage of the 2-out double by Fisk. And after 3.5, it remains Oakland 2 and Boston nothing. Eckersley back out on the hill. He's been very economical, only 38 pitches through 3 innings. Page will lead it off. He grounded out his first time up. But this time he'll get a good one to hit here. And he gets a hold of this one. No doubter here as Evans just watches it go by. And Mitchell and Page hits his second home run of the series to put Oakland on top 3-0 now. So the Red Sox, if they lose this one, will be swept by the Athletics. Can't afford to do that this late in the season. Looking to salvage a game here. We'll need to come back. So that'll be Rico Cardi. He grounded out his first time up. And takes a strike for strike 3. So 1 down now for Taylor Duncan. Popped out his first time up. And this time he'll hit a 2-hopper to Hobson. Retires him for out number 2. Let's check the scores again. Milwaukee is all over Detroit 8-1. Not good news for the Red Sox. California edging Baltimore 2-1. Texas slipping by Kansas City 3-1. Toronto now in front of Minnesota 3-0. New York still with the lead over Seattle 4-1 with Ron Guidry on the hill. So it's going to be Dave Irving up now with 2 outs and the base is empty. He singled his first time up off Eckersley. But this time he'll pop it up to Remy to end the inning. So we head to the 5th with the Red Sox down by 3 now. So Keogh with a comfortable lead. Gary Hancock up now. Hancock popped out his first time up. And this time he'll draw the leadoff walk. So Hancock with some speed. Not really that much of a threat to steal, as he did not have a stolen base attempt on the season. Let's see. So that'll bring up Dwight Evans. Let's check his hit and run ability here. He's a D hit and run, so we're not going to be hit and running with Evans. Mr. Brody has gotten up to check things out over here. Alright, so Evans flew out his first time up. It's going to be out, again out the full column of Keogh. And that'll be a fly ball to center. Rainbow shot. Wallace reaches up and makes the catch. So the George Scott up now, grounded out his first time up. As Mr. Brody has joined the co-host seat with Purple Dinosaur over there. Oh, and Boomer gets a hold of one here. And this one's going to be going deep, deep, deep. And again, Page makes the catch on the warning track. So 2 balls hit well by the Red Sox that the wind just blew back. This could easily have been a tie game by now. So Butch Hobson out now with 2 outs. See if he can keep the inning going. Grounded out his first time up. And that won't happen as he pops out to Edwards at second for out number 3. So halfway through, Oakland shutting out Boston 3-0. Joe Walsh will lead it off for the A's in the 5th. Put the A's on the board with a 2-run homer back in the 2nd. Hits back to the box. Eckersley's got it and flips over to Scott for out number 1. Bruce Robinson popped out his first time up. And he'll pop up again. And Remy will make the catch. So 2 up and 2 down for the Athletics in the 5th. Brings up Piccolo, grounded out. In his first at bat. And this time he'll line out to Burleson. And that'll do it for the A's. The A's go 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. So the Red Sox will send the top of the order, Burleson, Remy, and Rice. Remember, he gets on Fisk up against Keogh. Red Sox have managed just 2 hits so far through 5. And that's a ground ball to Revering. He'll take it to the bag himself. Actually, he decides to throw it to Keogh for out number 1. Remy 0 for 2. Struck out in the 1st and grounded out in the 4th. And he strikes out for the 2nd time today. Remy has been Keogh's both strikeouts today. That brings up Jim Rice with 2 outs and the bases empty. Rice 1 for 2 with a single back in the 1st. We'll get a good one hit here, though. And this one's going to go a long way. That one's going to go over Wallace's head. And do we want to stretch it? No, we don't. Although Rice did have 15 triples on the season. He's got way below that, but only a 35% chance, down by 3. We're not going to try to stretch it. So that brings up Fisk, 1 for 2, double back in the 4th. Can he put the Red Sox on the board here? He cannot, as he grounds out to Piccolo to retire the side. So the Red Sox leave another runner in scoring position and continue to be shut out by the Athletics, 3-0, as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order, Edwards leads it out. He's flown out twice so far against Eckersley. And this time he strikes out swinging. 2nd K of the day for Eckersley. So you can look at the scores there. New York still increased the lead against Seattle 6-1. And Milwaukee has increased their lead against Detroit 11-1. So their scores remain the same. The Red Sox will lose and drop another game behind New York and Milwaukee. Alston up now. 0 for 2 so far. Make that 0 for 3 as he grounds out to Scott. Scott will take it on 1 hop and flip it to Eckersley. So Mitchell Page up now. Hit a solo home run back in the 4th. And it's going to be a range check on Scott. He'll get in front of it. Oh, I thought there was going to be an error there. Bobbles it a little bit, but is able to get it back and fires to Eckersley for out number 3. So we head to the 7th with this Red Sox continue to get shut out by the Athletics 3-0. Keogh looking strong against the Red Sox, allowing only 3 hits in 6 innings. Brohammer to lead it off. 0 for 2 on the day. Make that 0 for 3 as he flies out to Alston and right for out number 1. That'll bring up Gary Hancock. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Be a range check on Revering at first. He's a 4 range. So that's going to get by him for a base hit. Oh, it's going to be off of his glove too. Throws it away after making the stop. He actually makes the stop and throws it away. So Hancock in scoring position now with 1 out. See if the Red Sox can take advantage of this. Evans has flown out twice today. And he'll fly out for a 3rd time to Wallace for out number 2. So Scott will try to keep the inning going. 0 for 2. And they're going to call a balk on Keogh, so Hancock will move to 3rd now. And Scott gets himself a clutch 2-out single. It's a Baltimore chop that gets past the infield into center. So that'll bring home Hancock for the Red Sox first run of the day. So Scott will get himself an RBI single. Chobson up now 0 for 2. Winkles visits the mound but decides to keep Keogh in the game. It's going to be off the 4 column. And he'll draw a walk. So tying runs are on base for Rick Burleson. 0 for 3 on the day. And that'll be it for Keogh. So he leaves with the tying runs on base. Bob Lacey comes in for the Athletics. He's got a 2-2 record on the season with 2.32 earned run average, 66 innings pitched, 67 hits allowed, 15 walks and 39 strikeouts, and has also surrendered 6 homers. And Burleson will get a good on the hit here. Let's see what he can do with it. And that'll be a base hit to left. And we're going to send Scott home. Hobson holds at second. So 2 runs in for the Red Sox, so it's now a 3-2 game. So that brings up the Rem jog. Jerry Remy hitless on the day. Tying run is in scoring position. Unless it's a real low split on the 4-roll. And it's not. It's a fly ball to right to end the inning. But the Red Sox do score 2. And it's now a 1-run ball game. 7th inning stretch time here in Oakland. Mr. Brody and Miss Mags with a trivia question. Boston is 17-18 in 1-run games. Oakland 18-24. So here's a trivia question. Which of the following Yankees won batting championship more than once? Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio, or George Sternweiss? I'm going to go with the one that's the least obvious. Is probably George Sternweiss. Because you would think that one of those other guys have won it more than once. I'm going to go with George Sternweiss. I think this might be a trick question brought to you by Mr. Brody and Miss Mags. Let's see. So lock in your answers. Here we go. And it's Joe DiMaggio. 1939 and 1940 with 381 and 352 respectively. So thank you, Mr. Brody and Miss Mags. That was an interesting question there. So Joe DiMaggio has won 2 all the rest of them have not won more than one. If they probably all won 1 except for DiMaggio won 2. I don't know about Mantle. Not sure if he won a batting title. Anyway, Rico Cardi up now for the Blue Jays. He'll lead it off for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 7th. Up by just 1 now. Eckersley back on the hill. Just 76 pitches through 6 innings. Oh, but he'll get a chance to increase the lead here. Let's see what he does with it. And this one is a no-doubter home run for Rico Cardi. So after the Red Sox answer with 2, Oakland answers with 1 of their own here in the top of the 7th, the very next batter. The bottom of the 7th. And it's back to a 2-run lead now, 4-2. Taylor Duncan up now, 0 for 2. And that's a ground ball to Remy. Moves in front of it. Bad bounce, stays with it, and over to first, and Duncan is retired. Dave Remy up now, 1 for 2 with a single. He'll fly out to Evans and right for the 2nd out of the 7th. That'll bring up Joe Wallace. He's homered already today. 2-run shot in the 2nd. And he'll add a double to that as this one gets by Hancock all the way to the wall. He tracks it down. But it'll be a stand-up double. So Eckersley needs to buckle down here. Try to get the rookie here, who's popped out twice. And this time's a grounder to Remy. Over to first. And that'll do it. But Oakland does score 1 in the solo homer by Rico Cardi. His 33rd of the year, I think. And it's now a 4-2 Oakland lead. So Jim Rice has shown signs of getting out of his mini slump there. It's 2 for 3 with a single and a double. And he gets his 3rd base hit of the day. So Rice having a good day. Carlton Fisk comes to the plate representing the tying run, 1 for 3 with a double. Lacey is still out on the hill. And that's a ground ball to third. Over to second for 1, back to first, and not in time. But they do get the lead runner as Rice is retired. So Fisk on the fielder's choice, brings up Brohammer. And we're going to bring in, believe it or not, Bob Bailey to pinch hit. So as the lefty stays in there. All right, Bob Bailey comes in hitting 179 with 2 runs batted in. Oh, I was hoping it was off of Bailey's card, but that could be good if it's a low roll. Oh, and Bob Bailey hits one. It's a wall scraper. Almost gets out of here. Are we going to try to have him score? Probably not with 2 runs down. We're going to hold him. So Bob Bailey comes out with a clutch double. That one just barely missed getting out of there. So Gary Hancock with a chance to put the Red Sox on the board. He's 1 for 3, reached on a single. 1 for 2, sorry. 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. His Friendland's not that great against lefties. Let's see here. Who else do we have? A bunch of lefties. Frank Duffy, Montgomery, and Kendall for righties. So not much. Let's see what Yastrzemski can do here. He's even against both. Yastrzemski's not bad against the lefty, so I think we're going to put Yastrzemski. We're going to have Yastrzemski pinch hit with the... Let me see if he actually played in the game. Did not, but that's okay. Well, it's a clutch situation may have never come up in the actual game, but Lynn come and play center afterward. All right, so Kyle Yastrzemski, the captain, comes in. 274 average on the season, 11 homers and 53 runs batted in. Tying run is on second, and I think we're gonna pinch hit for Bailey. Pinch run. Again, let's see here. Yeah, well, Duffy pinch run. Sure, I drop it in the right spot. All right, so Frank Duffy comes in the pinch run. Definitely a lot more speed than Bailey. Lacey looks in for the sign from Robinson. Here's the windup in the pitch, and it's going to bounce in the dirt, and it's going to be a wild pitch. So Fisk comes in to score, Duffy to third. So the tying run just 90 feet away. So a fly ball could score the tying run. But that won't to line out for out number 2, so Yastrzemski can't get the job done. Milwaukee still all over Detroit 12-1. And the Yankees in front of Seattle 6-3 now. So Evans up now. He's flown out 3 times again. Those against Keogh, though. See what he can do against Lacey here. And that's going to be it for Lacey. So Mike Norris is going to come in. So he hasn't pitched 11 innings in 4 games, 0-1 record with a 3.38 earned run average. First time we've seen Norris in the series. Come on, walk. It is. So Evans will draw the walk. Looks at ball 4. So runners at the corners for George Scott. Scott with already an RBI. RBI single his last time up. See if he can get home the tying run here. Ooh, and Scott's going to get a good one to hit here. And he'll lay off of it. It ends up being high and tight. Looked good at the start. So that'll load the bases with 2 down for Butch Hobson. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Can Hobson put the Red Sox ahead? Come on, either 1 column or 1 and 2 or 4 or 5 column. And that's it. They're going to get rid of Norris. And they're going to bring in Elias Sosa. So Sosa has appeared in 30 games, a record of 1-1 with a 3.83 earned run average over 42 innings. He has surrendered 2 home runs on the season. So here's the pitch to Hobson. And Hobson will get a good one to hit here. Come on, anything but 8 or 4. And Hobson's going to give this one a ride, and that is going to be a grand salami. So Butch Hobson, with his 12th home run of the season, now has 51 RBIs and puts the Red Sox on top 7-4. So today is the day the Red Sox come from behind. So a grand salami for Butch Hobson off Elias Sosa. So there is some stirring in the Red Sox bullpen. But I think Eckersley is still in command for now, as he has a low pitch count. So it brings up Rick Burleson. RBI single his last time up. And he'll fly out to left to end the inning, but the damage is done as Butch Hobson hits a grand slam, his 12th home run of the season. So we're going to bring in Freddie Lynn to play. Could bring this. Let's see. Now we're going to have Fred Lynn play center field. It's much better defensively there. All right, so Fred Lynn comes in excellent range, above average arm, and fairly low error rating. So Eckersley back on the hill. Eckersley with just 93 pitches through 7 innings. He's capable of going 125, approximately. So he'll face bottom in the order Piccolo, followed by Edwards and Alston. Piccolo 0 for 2 on the day. And Wayne Grosso pinch hit. Gross, a 190 hitter with 7, does have some pop though, with 7 homers and 20 runs batted in. And he'll get a good one to hit here. And he'll get a base hit to right. So Red Sox with a 3-run lead now. Brings up Mike Edwards, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Oh, and he's going to get a skinny single. So the first 2 runners on. So already the tying run will come to the plate. Del Alston. Alston 0 for 3 on the day. Red Sox playing back in double play depth. And he strikes out swinging. So Eckersley with his 3rd K of the day. So big first out. Brings up Mitchell Page. He could tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. He already has 1 home run on the day back in the 4th. 1 for 3. And he's going to hit a fly ball to right. Mitchell got under just a bit. Evans started back. Comes in and makes the catch. So 2 down now. But doesn't get any easier as Rico Cardi's up now. He hit a home run his last time up also. 1 for 3. Because he's got to be careful with him. And it looks like he is. And this time he strikes him out swinging on the high cheese. So Eckersley gets out of the jam. And the Red Sox maintain their 3-run lead headed to the 9th. Sosa back on the hill. Remy hitless on the day, 0 for 4. Pass Revering at first. It'll roll into the outfield grass for a base hit. So Remy's on. Let's see here. I think we might try to steal here, get scoring position. See if we can get a jump here. And here he goes. And he's safe. So Remy is in there with a stolen base. Red Sox looking to add to the 3-run lead. Jim Rice has had a good day. He's got 3 hits on the day, a couple of singles and a double. This time, thankfully, Remy stole the base, as that would have been a perfect double play ball. Remy holds at second as Rice is retired. Colin Fisk up now, 1 for 4 with a double. And that'll be a line out to short. So Frank Duffy with his first at-bat of the day. Came on a pinch run for Bailey. and scored on the Hobson grand slam. Duffy hitting .262 in the season with 15 runs batted in. Has way outproduced his actuals. He actually only had 4 RBIs on the season, and it's 15 so far in this season. And he'll fly out, and that'll end the inning. So ahead to the bottom of the ninth, the Red Sox up by 3. I don't think we will trust any of the Red Sox relievers. We're going to see if Eckersley can finish it. We tried the same thing with Torres, but can't happen twice in the same series, can it? We'll find out. All right, so I think we're going to make a little defensive change here. We're going to get rid of our DH here, and we're going to do a double switch. And we're going to make Duffy the cancel DH rule. Drag the pitcher's name from directly below the lineup into the lineup spot. Okay. So we're going to put him. Oh, I see. No, I don't want to do it here, though. I want to do it here. Okay. So now I can do it, I think. So now we're going to put him at third. There we go. So we lose the DH now. Not a big deal, though. Hopefully it won't be a big deal. So Duffy with slightly better range and a lower error rating. Although not that low, but definitely a lot better than Hobson. I'd use Brohammer, but Brohammer is already out of the game. So Tyler, it'll be Duncan, Revering, and Wallace up against Eckersley. Eckersley 112 pitches now through 8. Duncan 0 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be a fly ball. Thankfully, we got Lynn in center here. That's why we put him there. He'll get in front of it. And he'll squeeze it for out number 1. Alright. Dave Revering up now. 1 for 3 on the day. Single back in the second. Ooh, and he'll get a good one hit here. And he'll get his second base hit of the day. And picks it up on a bounce. Flips it to second. So to bring up Joe Wallace. His 2-run home run back in the second. Also doubled. Oh man, and he'll get another good one hit here. But this one, oh, thankfully we replace Hobson with Duffy, but is it going to be good enough? Because Duffy will commit his fair share of errors too. Nope. That would have been a base hit with Hobson anyway. But he does not commit the error, so that still could be huge. So it looks like an infield hit. So tying run will come to the plate in form of Bruce Robinson. 0 for 3 on the day. Red Sox back hoping to turn 2. And that's a line out to Burleson. So the Oakland's down to the last out. Wayne Gross, he came on to pinch hit last time and play third. So Gross single and is only a bat against Eckersley today. And that's going to be a ground ball to Duffy. Fires over to Scott. And that's the ball game. So the Red Sox come from behind thanks to the grand slam by Butch Hobson. So Hobson's definitely player of the game here. Gets Eckersley his 17th win of the season. So Brody very happy with that. Resting comfortably now after that Red Sox victory. So Eckersley with the win goes to 17-7. He's pitched a complete game along 9 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. The Red Sox now 72-51. He did actually win this game in real life. Matt Keogh lasted 6 2/3 innings. Definitely deserved the better fate. He allowed only 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. 2 walks and 2 strikeouts through 95 pitches. Bob Lacey gets the hold, his third, one despite pitching an inning and giving up 3 hits and 2 runs, both of them earned. Mike Norris gets the loss, falls to 0-2 now. Did not record an out. Did not allow a hit, but allowed 2 runs, both of them earned on 2 walks. Elias Sosa came in and gave up the grand slam to Butch Hobson. He pitched 1 1/3 inning, allowing 2 hits. 1 run was earned, and the home run, like you said, to Butch Hobson. So for the victorious Red Sox, Rick Burleson was 1 for 5 with an RBI. Jerry Remy 1 for 5. Jim Rice broke out of his mini slump with 3 hits today, 3 for 5. Colin Fisk 1 for 5 with a run scored. Jack Broham, the DH, was 0 for 3. Bob Bailey had a big pinch hit double. 1 for 1. Frank Duffy came in as a pinch runner for Bailey. Went to DH, and then the third base was 0 for 1 with a run scored. Gary Hancock was 1 for 2 with a run scored. Yastrzemski 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. Fred Linden not getting at bat as a defensive replacement in center. Dwight Evans 0 for 3 with a run scored. George Scott 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. And the hero of the day, Butch Hobson 1 for 3 with a grand salami to put the Red Sox ahead to stay. So a great fine victory for the Red Sox. For the Athletics, managed 9 hits and 4 runs off Eckersley. Edwards was 1 for 4. Alston 0 for 4. Mitchell Page 1 for 4 with a solo homer. Rico Cardi 1 for 4 with a solo homer. Duncan 0 for 4. Revering 2 for 4 with a run scored. Joe Wallace 3 for 4 with a 2-run homer. Robinson 0 for 4. Piccolo 0 for 2. And Wayne Gross came on as a pinch hitter and played third, was 1 for 2. So let's take a look at the standings after the victory today on August 20th of 1978. So, all right. So, at the end of today, it's good. Oh, Milwaukee's back in first place. For some reason, I thought the Yankees were in first place, but it was Milwaukee in first place by a game. So, the standings stay pretty much the same, while 3 teams winning. Just double check to make sure. Yeah, they've all won. Yep. So, Red Sox 3.5 games behind, still in third place. The Yankees 1 game out of first. Kansas City leads California by 2 games. Texas 4.5 games back in the West. And let's take a look at the next game of the series. This will be Monday, August 21st. And the Red Sox are off that day. And so is Milwaukee and New York. So we'll just play through those games. So Tuesday, August 22nd, the Red Sox are going to travel to the West Coast once again and start a series with the Seattle Mariners. Yankees start a series with the California Angels on the West Coast. And Milwaukee starts a series with the Cleveland Indians. So let's see those games, how they may work out. So Milwaukee squeaks out a win against Cleveland 9-8. Oh, it's a doubleheader. Ooh, and they've won 2. So they'll at least pick up a half game. And possibly, so the Red Sox need to win in order to be 1.5 games out of first place. If they lose, they'll drop to, I think, 5 games. So So big difference as the Red Sox, important game for them. Every game is important pretty much right now. The Yankees lost though, 8-1, so that's good. So if the Red Sox can win, they can get into a tie for second place. So let's see who is going to be on the mound. So it's going to be El Tiante, Luis Tiant, against Glenn Abbott for the Mariners. So a big game for the Red Sox. Freddie Lynn back in the lineup. Kyle Yastrzemski's still out. All right, so thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, my co-host, Mr. Brody. And if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe, check out our other series going on. We got a whole bunch of other baseball seasons going on, including the 1961 rookie season of Kyle Yastrzemski using inside pitch baseball. We have a Bobby Orr career replay using inside the crease hockey by Inside Sports Games. A Rob Gronkowski career replay featuring his rookie season right now in 2010. Using inside blitz football. And, that's one I forgot. Oh, Larry Bird career replay 1979 season, his rookie season too. Using inside the paint basketball. We also have a Ichiro Suzuki career replay going on. And a bunch of other different types of series going on. And Ichiro Suzuki is using Action PC baseball. So, thanks for watching. Take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.